With the Voyager space mission, they included the music of Johann Sebastian Bach.
And thank God they did. We really did those aliens a solid with that one. It's like, yo, check this out. Hey, this is Cameron, and welcome to the practice log. Yeah, so this is my first morning session back, and I am really psyched to get into that Bach. I just think that's gonna feel so good to start doing. So, just to go over it in case you're new, we're working on BWV 1001. Even if you're not new, you probably forgot. I can barely remember my music. The fugue is the main thing, but I'm also learning the whole thing. Perhaps the presto, we'll start getting into that today. Only one movement left of this thing, so we're really blowing through it. Perhaps I'll move on to a new Bach pretty soon. So, there's been kind of like a lot of opinions in the comment section about Julian Bream and John Williams. The general consensus is that Julian Bream is better and more expressive, and John Williams is like a cold, calculating robot. I don't agree with that. I think they're both plenty expressive and very good. How could I possibly say anything about either of them? Let's just go through and read a few of these because they're kind of funny. Alright, so just some general opinions here. This is from the Blue Cream. Hey man. Nice name. Bream is very emotional in his playing, and I love it. Yes, Williams is rather more cold, although I like his work with the band Sky. There's also a lot of controversy on the band Sky, on if they're good or not, but I'm glad that they have a fan. Next one, this is from The Paul. I'm firmly in the Bream camp. I've actually seen John Williams play Concerto de Aranjuez. Yeah, correct me in the comments, I'm an idiot. Paid for good seats, too. He must have been a bit off that night, because I enjoyed the second build, Schubert's Unfinished Symphony, far more. I felt a bit ripped off, to be honest. I could guarantee if Julian Bream was playing, I wouldn't have felt like that. Around that time, I saw a local guitar teacher bumble his way through the Vivaldi guitar concertos with the chamber orchestra one Sunday afternoon. He was under a lot of pressure, believe me, and everyone wanted him to triumph. The mood was freaking excellent. A bit like this video, actually. That's funny. I'm a bit like a guitar teacher bumbling through pieces. I appreciate it, man. He got a standing ovation and encore after encore. It was so much fun. I can honestly say that I enjoyed the Los Ramiros tribute far more than Williams' mechanical, passionless, dare I say, mediocrity-infused performance the night I saw him. I got this feeling he would have been happier having a game of pool and a pint at the pub than performing for us. And you said it costs a lot of money, like $400 for the seats. That's quite a bit. That's a lot of money for one concert. Man, those must have been nice seats. That sucks that he wasn't into the performance. That's a point for Bream right there. I almost forgot to mention, I'd be happy to never hear effing Cavatina ever again. LOL. There's definitely a lot of opinions, and a lot of people are like, you should like both of them. That's like the general thing, but it's always funny when somebody is like really opinionated about it. And usually when they are opinionated about it, they're on guess whose side? Julian Bream. John Williams doesn't get a whole lot of love. And if he's getting love, it's because everybody's getting love. He never gets singled out. He never gets selected for dodgeball. He's always last. Am I projecting onto John Williams? Okay, well I have to mention one more while I'm mentioning this big debate. This is from Zinc1024. What's up, man? Thanks for the comment. Which camp? Bream is about 1,000% better, in quotes, than John Williams, who plays like a machine, and all the negatives about musical phrasing and interpretation that implies. Bream plays with feeling and is highly emotive. Jay Williams, never. I'm giving you some attitude because it's a very harsh comment. John Williams didn't even take $400 from you and you just feel that way. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, probably my favorite John Williams recording is him doing the fugue, 1001. I just like the speed and I just like the cleanness and the tone. I just find it very pleasing. But yeah, I mean, other than that, I don't know. I mean, honestly, Lynn Gangbar has like one of my favorite recordings, but I only found that one recently. I've been listening to the John Williams one like forever. Feel free to post more personal anecdotes about either of those two, and they're always fun to read. I might do another John Williams versus Julian Bream segment where it's just everybody loving Julian Bream more. Yeah, are there any John Williams lovers here? If you really are like in the John Williams camp, I want to hear some opinions about it. That'd be kind of cool, a little different. Well, I think that pretty much wraps up this part. So let's get to our Bach, shall we? Wow, I can finally say this after so long. Bach to the old grind. Well, I'm going to start with the fugue and adagio, I think, and then I think the Siciliana and the presto will be in the second half. So, I'll see you on the other side. I'm going to play the Adagio for you. I'm not going to play the whole thing. I'm just going to play until it stops being comfy. All right. Ooh, I kind of flubbed that part. I'm so sorry. Oh, I should stop. I'm stopping there. Trying to add some soul to it, you know? Alright, well, that pretty much covers everything. I had something I wanted to add with the John Williams. You mentioned that maybe John Williams was, like, off his game that night. It really goes to show you, like, if it is true, like, if he was off his game, it's really easy to be off your game as a guitarist. Like, if there's just any little thing, like, wrong with your nails or anything, I feel like it just reduces your playing. Like, just 40% cut in, like, quality. Like, if you have really bad nails. So it really shows you nobody's immune. And when you play a bunch of shows, some of them are going to be bad. Just like these practice logs. You do enough of them, which I do every day. Some of them are going to be kind of bad. Is this one of them? I hope not. But if it is, that's okay, because there will be another one tomorrow. Okay, well, I do have an idea for one that we can watch. I found this a while ago. So this is what really intrigued me about this one. There's a comment on this documentary that says, "Why on earth would you add these reenactment scenes? Please take all of them out. They bring the entire documentary into amateur hour. This could be great, but the reenactments have to go." And then somebody else said, "I agree, the reenactments are sophomoric." Wow. That sounds right up my alley, so we definitely need to watch this. We'll see how it is, though.
Hello, I'm Sarah Zaslow from Georgia Public Broadcasting.
Hello, I'm Cameron from Sore Hands. Alright, I'm gonna let her talk.
I'm delighted to be joining the Atlanta Symphony Orchestra and the Holla Foundation in presenting this program about perhaps the most revered composer of them all, Johann Sebastian Bach.
He is revered. I do revere him. Most revered. Post in the comments, who's the most revered composer? Let's see what you got.
Ours. You will see and hear Bach's timeless music brought to life.
Timeless. Wasn't it old-fashioned in his day? I don't know if it's timeless. It sounds pretty old when you listen to it. I mean, to be fair, like, if you listen to bebop and stuff like Charlie Charlie Parker. It does just sound like swung Bach. Swung really fast Bach, mind you.
You'll hear about Bach from the ASO's music director, Robert Spano.
Robert Spano! Sounds like a Pokemon card.
In this film, the orchestra and filmmaker Helen Warshaw also go a bit further and try to bring Bach to life as a person.
That's what we're here for. That is what I'm excited about.
Did you know that Bach wrote a cantata about coffee, one about a pandemic?
Wow, was Bach a millennial? Oh my god, coffees and pandemics. I relate.
Join me now for a special journey in the key of Bach.
4, 3, 2.
That's the count-in. Do you know that Bach wrote a cantata about the moon landing? Classic.
We have liftoff of the Titan Centaur carrying the first of 2 Voyager spacecraft to extend man's senses farther into the solar system than ever before.
This is literally music from another world. When NASA sent musical recordings beyond the solar system with the Voyager space mission, they included the music of Johann Sebastian Bach.
And thank God they did. We really did those aliens a solid with that one. It's like, yo, check this out. I hope it wasn't just the C major prelude, though. I hope they sent, like, some fugue. Some fugie-woogies for them. Maybe they can learn it on their alien instruments and, like, struggle with it and make a practice log. Bleep, what's up, everybody? It's, well, blur. I don't know.
There's a whole fleet of them. Look on the outside. Well, if there's a thing.
What? Is this UFO footage they're showing us? Yeah, see, they liked it so much, they came here to get more of it. We didn't send enough.
The first thing those creatures will learn about human beings, our lives, our souls, our joys, our pain, may well be sounds like these.
This does not represent humanity well. We should have just sent them, like, screaming. We should have sent them a box that just, like, shoots them when they open it. Whoa, what's this commentary? Oh, man. Interpret that how you will.
Kind of a timeless message. These notes are all in the right place.
Yes, they are.
But who was he?
So I guess that's the thesis of this video. Who was Bach? And I'm looking forward to some of those reenactments. I can't wait to see that.
Unlike, say, Mozart or Beethoven, he left us almost no letters, no verbal record of his thoughts and feelings.
There's been a lot of speculation.
Bach had a cocktail, what would he order?
Is he like Elon Musk or is he like Steve Jobs?
I mean, I hope he's like neither of those people. What cocktail would he order? What cocktail would I order? I don't even know. I would order an IPA. That's what I would order. I think Bach would probably order an IPA. I don't think he's messing around with the cocktails. He seems like a... Or actually, no, he'd probably get like... What kind of beer do Germans have? I only know like Stella. That's the only one. That's like kind of a... I like myself some IPAs, like the real hoppy ones, but that's English, so I don't know, that didn't exist, I don't think, back then. I have no idea what I'm saying. What cocktail would Bach order? Post in the comments.
He seems to be like he's got that other side. When he got home and took off the powdered wig.
Only one visual portrait of him has survived. And what does that tell us?
Take a look at this man's face.
It's a little aggressive with the phone there, dude. Chill.
Hello? Bach calling.
He looked like a serious person, and he's about business, and don't play with him.
I think he looks like he's judging everyone because he's making this, like...
Don't play with him, but he looks like he could be fun, though.
Oh yeah, I think so too. Bach can be a good time, for sure. Bach is the man.
We only know Bach in pieces. One of his greatest works, the Well-Tempered Clavier, is a set of 24 preludes and fugues.
We don't mess around with that one. We don't have the equipment for that.
And in this program, we're going to get to know Bach in 24 short films.
Okay, I love the organ key that says children on it. You have a bunch of children in your organ. It just pokes them or something. Okay, so never mind. Man, 24 short films. How lucky are we that they made this? This is awesome.
Is a different key.
the God plug. Yo, you want to sound good? Pull that one. Harmony? Yeah, I hope so.
With your permission, of course.
He can't give permission. He's dead. Ooh, the Timex quartz really ruins the whole clock thing. Hold on, they're showing like this old looking clock, but this is a quartz Timex. This can't be that old, it's battery powered. Whatever. Whoa, 420 blaze it.
Music was 24/7 for him. But that's all he knew.
Oh, I think I'm realizing. I think these are reenactments in like modern times. Like if Bach was alive right now. Whoa, okay.
If anyone was ever destined to be a musician from birth, it was Johann Sebastian Bach. By the time he was born in 1685, the Bachs had been professional musicians for over 3 centuries, including his father, Johann Ambrosius Bach.
Imagine having Bach in your church. That'd be so sick. Dropping fugues every week.
Harmony was the family craft handed down from father to son to grandson in the small towns and churches of central Germany.
That's good. I mean, that's like the most important thing to teach a kid, right? When I have kids, I'm going to homeschool them, and they're going to be doing regular school for like an hour a day. The rest of it's just going to be music training. I wish I could have been so lucky. Here's my Timex quartz watch, son. I hate you. That's why I'm giving this to you. Don't give your son a quartz watch. It's like, here you go. This was $5. I got this at Walmart.
All too often, they died too young. The time Bach was 10, parents had left this world. His older brother, a church organist, and soon Bach himself was an excellent organist. Talent did not stay a secret. At 18, he was offered a job as court musician to the Duke of Weimar.
Maybe he can buy a better watch? I'm so harping on the watch thing. I know. Whoa, Bach's got some, he's been training, dude. He's been lifting the weights.
He was offered a job
Watch his
as court
triceps.
musician to the Duke.
Watch this. Boom! Whoa!
He was offered
Let
a
me
job
pause it.
as
Bro! Dude, Bach's been hitting the weights. He's been doing more than just counterpoint. Oh my god. Look at that try.
he believed in hard work and making the most of the time
Yeah, clearly. I mean, do you see his arms?
but more than anything else, he believed in God.
Ooh. Well, I mean, that's cool. All that music that he wrote, that's all like liturgical music, I'm pretty sure, right? Like it was all just for mass and stuff. I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, man, they don't write church music like that anymore. I mean, have you heard modern church music? That stuff sucks. Contemporary Christian music, it's not very good. Yeah, somebody really needs to get on that. They need to make that stuff a little better. Make it more like this. That'd be pretty cool. All right, I'm done.
For the honor of God and the permissible delights of the soul.
Bach was a man of faith. He often inscribed at the end of his compositions the words Solo Dei Gloria, which means to God alone the glory. He may have served God, but he was not always an obedient servant of his employers.
Ooh. Oh man, this is gonna get spicy. Alright, we're gonna wrap this one up here.
Before long, that led to some trouble.
Oh boy. Alright, you excited for the next one? I am. This is kind of a fun one. That's enough of a break for me. Let's go ahead and wrap this up, and I will see you at the piano bench. Back to the good part. The part where I practice. Practice. I'm gonna go into the Siciliana, and I have to do my Soar Mozart variations. So, still a lot of stuff to do. I'll see you there. I think I'm about ready to call it a day here. I'm just gonna play until I don't feel like playing anymore. Probably like the first half of it. To not mess that up, but it's fine. Oh, nope. That was 2. All right, well, it's been a pretty fun one. Let's go ahead and wrap this thing up. And if you made it this far, be sure to subscribe if you're not already, leave a like, and leave a comment, especially if you want a question answered in the chair over there. All right, cool. Well, I think that pretty much covers everything, so I'm going to go find some food, and I will see you tonight